Hey, let me be one of the first people to welcome every one of you to the Rams Camp virtual tailgate presented by Unified Financial Credit Union. We're so glad that you could be with us today. DJ Mulkey, you're doing a great job. Thanks for tossing that a little JT to get the sunshine, which is in our uniforms with our Rams Royal rocking in this house since 5:30. We have got a great experience tonight with incredible players and incredible fun. Now, I know we can't wait to get into the stadium, but right now, I want everybody to get their vocal cords pumped up. I want to hear a response. Join me now, DJ Mulkey.
Let's do it.
House?
Rams house.
Whose house?
Rams
Whose
house.
house?
Rams house.
That's it.
Yeah.
DJ Mulkey, we've got it all going right here, and we're so happy about this. Right now, we are going to send it over to two of our favorite people. You see her on the Rams website all the time, and she's our Rams reporter. Serena Morales is coming on air, and she is coming on air with one of the all-time great Rams. He has been a seven-time Pro Bowler. He has been a Super Bowl champ. He was our broadcast partner in London last year. If you will, welcome the living legend. Say hello to Big Game, Torrey Holt.
Thank you, Sam.
Yeah.
Always a pleasure to see you, man. So, and the warm welcome is always thankful. And as you know, the voice of our Rams, when Sam speak, we listen.
Yes, we
Whose
do.
house?
Rams house.
What's up, y'all?
What's going on, guys? All right.
Serena, we're so glad you're here. Look how exciting this place is. Have you seen what's going on Twitter and YouTube? Mulkey have the whole place rocking and rolling. And now we're ready to get underway with what? An hour and a half of incredible stuff. Let's go Rams!
Oh, yeah. Let's go. Let's go. Let's
go. If you're not hyped, guys, then I don't know what's going on, because Sam and DJ Mulkey always get us hyped. What's going on, Tori? It's so good to see you as well. You're joining us for a special night. So excited to all the Rams fans joining us tonight in what will be a great evening filled with interviews, fan giveaways, some great insight from the team as they get ready to start training camp this year in 2020. Tori, it's crazy.
It's crazy and exciting. We all are excited. And like Sam was saying, if you look on the social sites, it is popping. I was just over there on Facebook, DJ Mulkey keeping it going. Our Rams fans are throwing up the Ramley. It is popping. So let's do it. Over the next 90 minutes, we'll be joined by Rams head coach, Sean McVay. So looking forward to talking to the young man and seeing all of the changes that have happened up to this point. But I know he's excited to be back out on the football field. General Manager Snead, who continues to bring talent to this football team, to this organization, to this roster. Be excited to talk to him. Not going to talk about the obvious with him either. We're going to go a little different with Les. But anyway, and COO Kevin Demoff and some of the biggest names on the Rams roster. And y'all know who that is: Jalen Ramsey, QB1 Jared Goff, AD. List goes on and on. So exciting night for our Rams fans.
For sure. And we got some amazing prizes to give away tonight, including a grand prize of, get this, 2020 Rams Shop gift card. So it makes sense. Plus, they got the new uniforms this season, the new jersey. I love the bone color. I don't know about you, Tori, but that's going to be my entire closet this season. So now you can buy all of that and more.
Yeah, I'm feeling all of them, Serena. I'm feeling our Royals, our whites, our bones, our colors, regardless. Right, exactly. It's just nice like that. So I'm down with all of the colors. Looking forward to rocking them this year and seeing our fans have a moment too. So get in line for the giveaways.
For sure. Well, Tori, I'm giving it away already. I'm giving away gifts and I'm giving away our next guest. But Tori, I'll let you take this one.
Absolutely, I got you, Serene. We will welcome in our first guest of the night, young head coach Sean McVay and general manager Snead.
Yeah, Les is young too, Tori.
Exactly right. And the young Snead, over the past 3 seasons, they have engineered a lot of talent, 3 winning seasons, 2 division titles, and a conference championship. Rams fans virtually, let's welcome in head coach Sean McVay and Les Snead. What's going on, fellas?
What's up, Tori?
Chilling, man.
Young Snead, huh, Les? What do you think about that?
I felt
Les. I'm feeling, I have to say, Les, I'm feeling the glasses.
Don't tell him that. That Kira put him on those, right, Les? That's a Kira recommendation.
If I know Les, he's having volume trouble right now.
He's muted. He's muted. Hey, coach. Hey, coach.
What's up?
I know you're excited to be back on the football field. I know you guys are just walking through, but I know your mindset through walkthroughs. Talk about how exciting it is to get back in front of you guys. Being that you face the pandemic, a lot has changed. What is it like to be back on the field?
Yeah, I mean, you said it, Tori. It's just good to be back in any capacity. I think we can't wait to get back to practicing, but just to be able to do this and get back with our players, meeting, watching them lift, get a lot of good work in on their own as far as kind of the strength and conditioning with the parameters around the time that we have right now. But it's been great. We've gotten a good portion of our installs in. Really impressed with the way the guys have been able to handle it. We got 2 more days left of this 8-day acclimation, and then we get into the ramp-up phase starting on Thursday.
Look, and that sounds beautiful, and I know the guys have got to be excited about being back on the football field. I wrote down as I was preparing for the event tonight, a lot of new with this team. New stadium, new uniforms, new coaches.
New everything.
New everything. And if I know you well, your message hasn't changed. How excited about you? How excited are you? And how excited is your players and your staff excited about this newness in 2020 with the LA Rams?
I think they are excited. I think just an opportunity to compete. And we've got a lot of guys that are excited about an opportunity to respond. Last year didn't go the way that we wanted to, but I think when you look at a lot of the pieces that we've been able to add in a lot of different capacities, like you mentioned, coaches, players, guys that are returning for us that we're counting on big things from. Very confident in what we have ahead, knowing that we're going to take it one day at a time, but a lot of belief in this group and a lot of confidence in what we can accomplish together.
And I have to ask you this one, and Coach C, Les, you can jump in on this one as well. Talk about the job Reggie Scott and his staff, as well as the organization that in the process and the process and procedures that these guys have put together for you guys to try to get to a season. How important is that? And how big is that to have that on your staff?
It's unbelievable. I think Reggie's one of the unsung heroes. He's so important. He's somebody that I lean on so heavily for so many different reasons. He's got just a great way about himself. And he's obviously an excellent head athletic trainer, but he's so much more than that. He's just got such a great way with the players and all the work that he's done behind the scenes to get them ready to get really us ready to roll has been instrumental and where we're at. And so far, so good. And it looks like Les, your volume back up too, huh, my man?
You just turn it up, right?
There you go.
It's super easy. Les, now that you're back, I'll ask you both the same question. So Sean, for you as well. In the past, you both have had such great success kind of finding that diamond in the rough, picking up an undrafted free agent, who's really showed up during training camp. And so now we've got a very unique training camp situation. How does a guy like that get your guys' attention when they kind of have less chances to maybe show what they got on the field? Les, I'll start with you.
Hey, probably slightly shallow thinking in that I think every day these guys come to CLU, they definitely have a chance to impress Sean and his staff. There's a lot more reps take place on the practice field than in those preseason games, and in some cases create let's call it more important situations in practice than the players get in games. But you're definitely going to miss those 60 to 120 reps they get in games. And I think Sean has some creative ways that he might, with our younger guys, go back to some high school football and put the full pads on and let these scrimmaging and tackling. Yeah. Used to tackle probably back when Coach Vermeil was running practices. But
I played special teams right away. If you played for Coach Vermeil, no matter what year you were, you played special teams. And I learned that in college as well. But Les, again, congratulations to you and your staff for putting together another good young roster for Coach McVay and his staff. What is you guys' mindset? What type of players are you looking for as you're drafting guys like Cam Akers and Terrell Lewis? What makes them a fit for Coach McVay and his staff?
I think it's important to have the skill set that Coach McVay, his staff, his coordinators are looking for with each player, and how they complement each other and how they complement the scheme that the coaches are trying to attack the other team on game day. But I think what's very important probably is some aspect of the intangibles and the conscientiousness that they bring, the passion for football, how that translates into those guys, really making football, learning football, how they use that knowledge to give us cutting edge on game day. So I think it's there's a skill set, but there is that intangible element that really makes, I would call it, a Coach McVay and Rams player.
Sean, are you at the facility right now? I don't think Les is, but Sean.
You're probably working. Coach probably working.
He works in his house too, Tori.
That's right. We just got off the field from our walkthrough pretty recently. So unless I was going to be driving home, caught in the middle of that where there's very choppy service, I figured I'll wait it out, get some work done here, and join you guys on this call.
Hey, Coach.
Go ahead, sorry.
Coach, new offensive coordinator with you now. How is that shaping out with you all, and how are the players responding?
Yeah, Kevin O'Connell's done.
Kevin O'Connell, yes.
Yeah, he's he's a guy that I've known for a while, Tori. He actually was in Washington, so we have a lot of similar connections. After I left is when he came there, and he and I met actually a handful of years ago over in Thousand Oaks when there was a quarterback camp for some it was called the QB Collective, which basically was a lot of the top quarterbacks around the country, and we had some mutual connections that we ended up meeting out there, and we've kept in touch. But he's done a great job. His command of the quarterback position, really just offense and football in general, has been a huge asset to our team, to our offense. I think he and Jared have already established a great rapport, which is as important as anything. And he played the position. He sees the game through the lens of the quarterback, and his ability to communicate with all of our players and just the ideas that he can bring and just his command and the clarity he provides when he communicates are all great traits and things that you feel really great about being able to have him on board. And I've really enjoyed having him on board with us so far. It's been great.
We have a fan question we're going to get to in just a second, but I'll start with this because, Sean, I know how much you love being followed around by all the Hard Knocks crew that's filming these days. So is there anything that you and Les have learned about yourself about being followed around these days? Like, oh, yeah, I didn't realize I did that.
Yeah, I probably need to watch my language. No, it's good. It keeps you accountable, I guess, is the best way I can put it, Serena, so you know what, though, in all seriousness, I joke about it, but Les talked to me about it, when they had done this in the past. Tim and his crew have done a great job of kind of being able to seamlessly blend in the background. You don't notice them other than when they're handing me my mic to put on every day. But other than that, it's been pretty seamless. They've been really great to work with, and hopefully it'll be a show that a lot of people can get excited about seeing in the next couple of days.
Sure.
Hard Knocks go hard. It entertains a lot of folks. So definitely looking forward to seeing the episodes. Coach Snead, Les Snead. I'm sorry, GM Les Snead.
Definitely don't want me coaching.
But I know you like ball, and I know you like the coach too. But I was going to ask you about.
It's not about my career record as a flag football coach, right? It was not good. I still hadn't figured out what the heck's going on in flag football.
Right. Yeah, no, I hadn't coached flag. I used to coach flag football when my son was going through, hadn't been around it in a while. I wanted to ask you about the transition or the changes that's happening for you as well as your staff as you're dealing with the pandemic, and we're seeing conferences closing down their seasons. How does that change how you evaluate the next crop of talent, healthy talent that you're trying to bring to Los Angeles?
Well, it's a dynamic situation for sure with FCS and Division II, Division III. right? Already moving football. Do we move the draft? Do we not? Do we scout in the spring? Are we able to do school visits? Which right now that looks to be, it's going to be a thumbs down. But I think what you have to do, just probably similar to when you were coming out, Tori. Let's just say you came out as a junior, and you're really going to have to study your sophomore film. And I bet in your case, even though maybe there was some refinement that needed to take place, I bet you had good film, and you displayed your talent when you were a sophomore. And that's what, if there's less football, or if football is postponed, I think that's what we're going to have to do. And hopefully we learn some things that we can probably apply on the other side when we do get back to normal, that makes us better and more efficient in player personnel.
Yeah, because you can only look at the tape that's available, right? So
only look at. I do know this. Chase Young looked really good as a freshman. I bet he was really good wherever he played high school, and in those cases, it make it a little bit harder with guys, right? That maybe lesser mom, dad, God gifted talent who actually used off seasons to get better, to refine, and you feel for that core group, and there's a lot of those players, but it's up to us to figure it out and
that's right.
Bring those guys on board and do our part in developing them.
We unfortunately have to let you guys go because apparently you're busy during this time of year. So I appreciate your time. Sean, drive safely home with or without a spotty service. Les, thank you for joining us. Excited to kick things off for training camp and to see you guys soon.
No, good to see you guys. Tori, good to see you. Serena, always a pleasure.
Be well, be safe. Send our best to the families. You guys stay prayed up. Wear your mask. Wash your hands.
Wear your mask. Wash your hands.
Peace.
All right. It's time now for our giveaways. We're randomly selecting names from our group of attendees joining tonight. So anyone that's watching, good luck. We're going to have our player reps reach out to all the winners following the show. So hang on. But if you hear your name right now, the giveaway is a $250 Rams shop gift card. Again, new swag, new uniforms, new everything. So this is a great prize to get. The winner is Sergio Villegas from Santa Ana, California.
Hi, Sergio.
Good job. So get all that new Ram swag. And we also have a signed football to give away, signed by head coach Les Snead and GM Les Snead and head coach Sean McVay. Tori, you're messing me up calling Coach Les Snead today.
I know it.
All right, a signed football by two of the best in the game. Our lucky winner, Connor Olson from Huntington Beach, California. Congratulations to both of you. Excited for you. Thank you for joining and watching our tailgate today. All right, Tori, you're up. We've got a great host of guys.
Yes.
The offense. I shouldn't even actually be in this part of the virtual camp, but I'm actually the team reporter, so I get to hang out here.
Nah, it's all good. And now, as you mentioned, we're switching over to the offensive side of the ball, and now we have a group of 4 players joining us. QB1 Jared Goff, wide receiver Cooper Kupp, wide receiver Robert Woods, and tight end Tyler Higbee. Yes.
And while they're getting set up, I know they're just joining us soon because obviously they might be driving like Sean McVay was or avoided doing. So they're not here yet. But okay. I will say this, I'm pretty excited because there are a lot of changes going on with the offense. Tori is one of the best wide receivers to ever put on the horns. You know what a great, play. I mean, an underrated player like Robert Woods is. It was great to see a guy like Cooper Kupp get acknowledged in the top NFL top 100 this year. Yeah. Jared Goff, I think everyone has continued to say this. He's growing. He's becoming more comfortable. And then a guy like Tyler Higbee, who finished up last season with the stats that he put up.
Big December. For all our fantasy owners out there, Tyler Higbee is a play this year for sure. He had a big December. You're right, Serena. So, look, a lot of talent, as I mentioned to Les, on this roster they'll continue to bring in. The concern, as everyone is saying, the elephant in the room, is the offensive line. Where will the offensive line be this year? We'll get a chance to talk to 3/5 of the guys here in a minute. But where will the offensive line be? Will they give the Rams advantage at the line of scrimmage, meaning going this way, both both run game and stalemate in terms of passing game, which helps out the play action pass.
Sure.
Everyone's saying, well, let's get back to 2018. That's what they're trying to mimic, trying to get back to. But it starts with the offensive line. Got a young Van Jefferson. Will they go 4 receivers? I forgot to ask Coach about that. But will they go 4 receivers or will they stay 3 receiver set? We'll ask Jared Goff here in a minute. That looks like QB1 right there. Jared Goff, what up, boy?
What's up, guys? How we doing?
What's going on? Tori is already breaking down what you guys should be doing on offense. So I'll let him ask the first question, considering he's one of the best wide receivers to ever wear horns. Go ahead, Tori, because you wanted to ask Les Snead and you wanted to ask Sean McVay. You've got QB1 right here, and we got Robert Woods getting set up right now.
QB1. Jared, what up, man? How are you? How's the family doing? Man? How's everybody's health? Everybody good?
Family's good. Everyone's healthy.
Good. That's
what offense in here.
Wait, that's what I'm talking about, Wood. That's what I'm talking about. You know what it is. What up, Coop?
Tyler Higbee's now. Cooper Kupp is here.
What's up? What's up?
I'm the only guy that doesn't play offense on this screen right now.
Hey, look, I was it's good to see you all, man. It's good to see everybody, and I know all 4 of you got to be excited about being back in camp. I know there was a lot of talk about wasn't going to go to camp until everything was in place properly, protecting your health. I assume you feel comfortable with that. You've gotten along this far in training camp. I just want you all to talk a little bit about Reggie Scott, your head trainer, and the job that he's done, he and his staff, to secure you all's safety so you can go out and do what you all love to do, and that's play the game of football.
Yeah, they've done a great job, man. It's really hasn't. I mean, I think I speak for everyone. It really hasn't felt that much different than a regular day as far as the way we operate. The only difference is really walking to and from that tent we have in the parking lot. But what Reggie's done and what the whole operations staff has done with Sophie and everyone there is really incredible. And they've set us up to succeed right now, and it's been great.
It's kind of crazy. I'm sure a lot of fans could relate to this, right? You have your quarantine family, like Cup and Woody and Higbee. I know all of you guys, Jared, are like jumping around different parts of Thousand Oaks, Calabasas area, running hills, training. So kind of, I have my own quarantine family, but how's this off season sort of helped you guys bond more, especially Woody and Cup? Just recently on all of the Zoom calls you have with the press, it's like you guys are singing each other's praises.
Really, just being able to, I was gonna say, really being able to just keep our flow. Trying to have a lot of these player-ran practices. We've been linking up a lot this whole off season. Obviously, staying in contact with the guys, but really being able to get back when we get back to football with the team is very effortless and very seamless because we've been doing it, this whole off season anyway.
Yeah, and I was gonna say, just to say, piggybacking off of that, I think just being able to do things together, having to be player run and having to all be on the same page together, not relying on anyone else putting together our schedules or anything like that, having to do all that stuff together and just be on the same page, just really just calls for us to be that much more in sync with each other. So I think that kind of played into things as well.
Speaking of that, obviously a lot of changes with the pandemic and everything, and it also has altered the way you all had to find a way to train. Talk to the fans, talk to our Rams fans about that challenge, but how much you know the importance of it, where you will go through those changes to make sure that you're getting your work done.
Yeah, I think very, very old school training, lifting in your backyard, getting some
get grimy a little bit,
weights.
right? Get grimy a little bit.
It was back to like middle school, high school, trying to figure out where you're gonna go every day.
Yeah. But you know what though? But we all need that though.
Yeah.
And we at any point in your career, you guys know, you play ball. It don't matter if you at Jones Junior High School or whether you at SoFi Stadium. Just give me somewhere where I can work out, where I can get down to improve on my craft. So I'm looking. We Rams fans, all of us are looking forward to a big season from all of you guys. Bottom half of the NFL last year in offense. Too good of a group, too talented of a group for that to be acceptable. How do you get to the top half this year as an offense? Each one of you individually and collectively.
I think it's a lot of things. I think we did some good things last year, obviously not what we wanted to, and ultimately missing the playoffs is a disappointment for us. I think, first of all, you want to win the division, and if that doesn't happen, you want to make the playoffs in any way, shape, or form. But we didn't, and it was a disappointment, and we'll learn from it and be better. But I think offensively, just continue to stay on each other. And I think that's what kind of Cooper was getting at. Like, we've become close during this and had to rely on each other a little bit more and continue to hold each other accountable. And we've got such a veteran group now that it's not hard to do, but we're excited about this year and excited to what seems to be surprise some people this year. So it'll be fun.
Big B, I can't help but notice this beautiful hair you're growing under your cap. And I know Jared grew a quarantine mustache this off season, but I don't know, Jared, did you tell him to grow out his hair so he could have a man bun this season? What happened?
No, I don't know if that's the way. I told him to go back to the bleach from 2018. I think that's
don't do the bleach.
He was telling me the
normal.
opposite. He was staying on me about cutting it, but I got a little bit of lettuce now. I don't know if I'm going to go back to the bleach, even though we had a run in the Super Bowl that year. But if that's what it takes, I might have to.
Stay away from that bleach, Tyler. You good?
Thank you.
Hey, Tyler, big December, big year last year, period. Big December, though. And I was just telling our Rams fans and most of our Rams fans that play fantasy football, and I don't know if y'all chopped it up for fantasy football during the season. You probably don't have the time. But I told them right away, drafting tight ends, Tyler Higbee is your guy. How excited are you about getting back on the football field to not only do what you did last year, but having an opportunity to build on that?
No doubt. That's like what you said, build on it. Take that confidence going into this year and keep it rolling, man. I'm just trying to do whatever I can to help this team win games and support these guys right here. We got some dogs on the outside, as you guys have seen in the last few years, and Jared's going to spread the ball around, and just when it's my turn to make the play, capitalize on it.
How excited are you guys for all the new rookies that got drafted? Bryson Hopkins, Van Jefferson for our wideout group, Cam Akers. Jared, it seems like you're never short of weapons on offense.
Yeah, it was exciting to see those guys get drafted. As a quarterback, anytime you draft weapons, it's fun. But we've got such a veteran group now. With these three guys and even Josh, who's been with us for quite a bit now. Gerald's been with us for quite a bit now. Malcolm's been with us for even longer than I've been here. But it's a really veteran group with a lot of good weapons, and those two guys, including Bryson, will just add to that. And they've really done a great job, and I'm excited to see them get on the field.
Tyler, this one is for you as well. Talk about tight ends coach Wes Phillips. I don't know a lot about Coach Phillips. But what are you most excited about Coach Phillips and his direction with the tight ends, with yourself and the group of tight ends?
Yeah, Wes is a great dude. Obviously with his pops, he grew up around the game of football. So a very intelligent guy when it comes to the X's and O's stuff, but even more so just how he operates in the tight end room. He's willing to listen to the players and kind of what we have to say. And he does a good job of relaying, messages and techniques and things that he wants us to get done on the field. He does a good job of relaying those and staying honest about getting them done.
Woody and Cooper, are you guys are you excited? I mean, I don't know. I feel like just speaking with Van Jefferson, it's kind of the perfect fusion of the two of you to have a rookie like that join the squad.
Yeah, I think so. He's a very hard worker coming in, pays attention to the details, take his craft seriously. So it's a great addition to add to our room. A lot of good guys to learn from, Cooper, myself, and Josh. But, you got to come in ready to play. We always say you got to add to this group and want to be, seamless rotation. If he's in this, no drop off when he's in.
Yeah. And I got to ask Jarrett. I got to ask Robert. I got to ask Cooper. Tyler, you might not like this. And I know y'all go a lot of 11 personnel. 3 wide receivers, tight end, right? Running back. Okay. You got Robert Woods, who's a 2-time 1,000-yard, receiver, back to back. You got a 3. I'm sorry. Okay.
No, I'm saying. I think you might be getting into it. We need 3 this year.
A 1,000-yard wide receiver in Cooper Kupp, right? Van Jefferson all of a sudden is now on the roster. What would a full wide receiver set look like in LA?
Higbee could be a receiver.
It's not like we didn't do that. It's not like we haven't done it before, and we touched on that a little bit last year.
Right. I know that. I know that part. But I'm saying with even more regularity because of the weapons that you have at the 4 receiver spots and how you guys can penetrate defenses and all of you can get open and make yourself very available for Jared Goff on any down. That's scary. Have you guys thought of, Coach, can you throw in a little bit more? I forgot to ask you.
It might be a tight end or running back.
I see where you're coming from as a wide receiver, but
Yeah.
maybe
So biased.
That's right. Hey, they know that's why Robin laughing. I'm always looking out for the wide. I'm looking
I respect it. I respect it.
Hey, Tori, we do. That is my goal this year to have 3 guys in the Falcon. I don't remember the last time I was done. Maybe the Cardinals or Pittsburgh. Maybe?
Yeah, because we didn't. Well, let's see. We did it in St. Louis. But I'm trying to think if myself and Isaac and Marshall was 1,000. I know Marshall won 1,000. But I can't remember that year if I won 1,000. I know Isaac did.
You can't remember, Tori? Come on.
But that's how much firepower you guys have offensively. But you all know there's been a lot of talk about the offensive line. And you went through 9 different starters, I think, last year due to injuries and sometimes poor play. Jared, how confident do you feel about this offensive line and giving all of you guys offensively at every position the opportunity to really do what you want to do? It all starts up front. Where are those guys' mindsets at right now, and how are you all communicating?
They've been really good. They've been great, and they're really starting to gel. I think, last year there were some unfortunate injuries that happened, especially with those young guys, and that's just part of the game. But it's unfortunate, and we did go through a lot of guys. But I was thinking about this the other day. We're so deep now up front, which because we played so many guys last year, we have so much depth. So inevitably there will be, I'm sure at some point, someone's going to have to miss a game or two, and having guys that have played step in is huge. It's a luxury that we have that a lot of teams don't, is having, 2 or 3 guys that have played it, in meaningful games that probably will have to play at some point. But at this point, they've done a great job. Austin Blythe's done a tremendous job leading them up front, and it's been good.
I'm excited to see them. We're actually going to bring them on after you guys. But honestly, to see your face, Jared, Robert Woods, Cooper Kupp, Tyler Higbee, even though your hair is just really, it's winning the day today. It is so good to see you all. There's Austin Blythe signing up now. I will wave goodbye so we can bring in our O-line that makes all this happen. Thank you so much for joining us.
Fellas, hey, wide outs, y'all continue to show them how to work too. No doubt. Peace. Good luck, fellas.
Keep the hair, Higbee. Keep the hair.
All right.
Austin Blythe, one of the unsung heroes for our offensive line here, who's kind of been the steady horse throughout it all. He joins us now. I believe we're having Andrew Whitworth and Rob Havenstein as well join us. Austin, what do you think of Tyler Higbee's hair there, huh?
Mm-hmm. He's got a Matt Hardy look going on.
He does. Austin, how are you doing? You've had a very busy offseason. I know we've talked a handful of times. I believe you built a closet. You welcomed in a new baby. Lots of things happening.
That's what's up.
Got a house, so what better way than picking up a new hobby and having a baby?
Like you're not busy enough.
Hey, Austin,
yeah.
Both of those are crazy tough, particularly with the baby. That takes some time getting into that rhythm. But I know, well, I don't know, but my brother and I own a construction company, so I know a little bit about the process and the work that it takes to build anything out from ground up, or if you're going in and you're restoring things. Was this your first time building out a closet or building out something? And if so, how was your learning ability and how you process information as an offensive lineman? Did it correlate any as you was building out this closet?
Yeah. So growing up, I always kind of tinkered around with my grandfather who has the wood shop, and I've always been kind of fascinated with it just because it's a hands-on type of hobby, and I feel like that is the epitome of offensive line. And anyway, I mean, I didn't like our wire racks in our closet, so I said, "Hey, Kylie, can I take on a project?" She's like, "Whatever." So I built it out, and I have a buddy who's really big into it. He started out just super amateur and has grown over the years. And I was trying to go to him for tips and stuff, and he was impressed with what I built. So I think I did a good job.
Well, your wife was probably like, go find something.
Yeah.
Okay.
Exactly.
I don't care what it is, but go find something to do. But too, I was just talking to the wide receivers and QB1 and Tyler, and how you all have had to change and adjust the way you train your mind and your body to get ready for just an unpredictable 2020. I shouldn't say unpredictable, but so many waves of 2020. So I assume you may have used that closet build out as a way for another workout. But I want to talk to you about the offensive line. Obviously, a lot of talk about the offensive line last year. 9 different players I think you guys played due to injury and at times poor play as well. Where do you guys, how excited are you about getting back to this season, the quiet in that? And then what are you all doing to make sure you're better for 2020, Austin?
I'm super excited to be back. It's been 8 months since we've done anything together as far as physically goes. And I think the first 6 days or 5 days or whatever we've been able to do walkthroughs have kind of really shown us how advanced we are in terms of install and stuff like that, because everything's been pretty much seamless. We've been able to be fast tracking our installs, doing a lot every day. And now it's just kind of fine tuning the communication and making sure we're all on the same page. And I think the continuity will help a lot with that.
Yeah.
Got to welcome in Rob Havenstein and Andrew Whitworth, who have just joined us, along with Austin Blythe. I don't understand, guys. Did you get the memo? Austin Blythe just made you both look so bad for being late to the table.
I was given strict instructions to not log on.
Instructions, not log in. Exactly 6:35.
That's right.
When that thing hit, I was logged in.
All O-linemen are early for any meeting.
Right.
So if you give us instruction to not log on until 6:35, that's what we're going to do.
Now, Austin Blythe was like, 6:34. I'm on it. Like, he just tried to show you guys up.
That's why I love the
false start. That's a false start. I'm sorry.
That's 5 yards right there.
Hey, so we have 3 of our 5 guys here. Austin, you kind of were, both of you and Whitworth were a steady horse, but Rob, I think you're an unsung hero as well, obviously because you're an offensive lineman by fault, but also even when you were out from injury, I saw you mentoring a lot of the young guys who were kind of growing. I mean, some of the guys, Bobby has like mentioned you before, just seeing some of those young guys. And you've been there the whole time. And so I don't want to knock you from not, you didn't have anything going on this season, but you've been working out a ton. So, being a mentor, working out this season, but also being away from everyone and coming back, the meaning of being consistent on this O-line.
Obviously consistency is kind of the, what it means to be an offensive lineman. Obviously with my injuries last year and I wasn't able to finish out the season and, but it's just something I can, if I can help in any way to get the young guys ready, have some insight on maybe one protection or one run fit. If I can help out in any way, I was going to. I tried to do my part as best as possible and then get myself back ready to go as I can for this season.
And Rob and Serena mentioned, as I was jotting down there, mentoring young guys, continue to keep yourself working out, encouraging the players to get better, encouraging yourself to get better. That's also part of the Rams culture too, right? For you guys to encourage each other, to challenge each other, competing. And Coach McVay set the show off talking about competing. That's part of the culture in LA, isn't it?
Oh, absolutely. No, everyone wants to get everyone better. And I think there's no better way to do that than, really competing with, someone across the ball. And, we're fortunate enough to go against our defense, even if it's just a walkthrough setting right now. I mean, you look at the guys that got over there, Mike Brockers, Aaron Donald, Leonard Floyd, Sampson, those are some elite level guys. And so if you get,
good comp every day.
Absolutely. You get to go out there and cut it up. You're getting better every day.
Yeah.
Whitworth, Sean McVay said earlier during a press conference that you're 38 going on 30. How did you become the Benjamin Button to Sean McVay?
I don't know about all that. I don't feel 30. You know what? It's just continuing to, have that consistency every day of trying to find a new way to reinvent yourself and to keep invigorated and ready to go. And you know what? trying to keep up with Rob and Blythe. Two guys in their prime. I'm just trying to stay close to them.
That's right. That's right. Hey,
My
Whit,
man's
you
going
look
on 24.
Yeah, you look good, man, and you got a great tan too, bro.
At that golf course, Tori, it's been out on that golf course, been out there working a little bit.
Salt and pepper, you got the salt and pepper going on.
That's it. I was trying to get rid of it for a little bit, but I kind of like it now,
Yeah, it looks well on you. 15 years, man. 15 years for you in the National Football League, bro. I mean, when Havenstein and Blythe and Edwards and these guys come to work every single day, you're the example.
He's the
A
guy.
lot of changes this year due to the pandemic. A lot of different ways to get yourself mentally and physically ready for a year 15 campaign. Talk about how excited you are still to go out and lead, obviously, and help these young group of players understand what it takes to have success in the National Football League.
Yeah, I think it's a year with a young group. It's important. Really the day one process of how you work, how you finish, how you do things. I mean, I think that for me, even at this point in my career, it's finding ways that, I can push myself further than I've ever had to. And it's finding ways that by doing that gives them an opportunity to see how hard they've got to work, because they don't come in and see a year 15 guy who does it less than them and doesn't do as much and stays a less amount of time as them. It should be a challenge to them to see how much more time they can stay there, how much more time they can put into their craft. To me, that's the greatest thing I can give them, is that even at year 15, my appreciation and dedication to the game remains the same. And hopefully that gives them something to inspire them to be that way as well.
We have a fan question for you guys. This is a fan from Sacramento. Her name is Janet. So we will hear now from Janet and her dog, Sophie. We will have to put Sophie on a sound in a second.
Yeah.
Hold on 1 second. Let's see how we can play Sophie. Or maybe we're supposed to interpret her dog. Baxter barked twice. I don't speak Spanish. Let's try this again.
A lifelong Rams fan and a 4-year season ticket holder. I'm here with my dog, Sophie. And my question to you all is, what do we need to do to get back to the Super Bowl?
Oh, that's a nice question. What do we need to do to get back to the Super Bowl?
As if you need more pressure, right? As if you need more pressure, but have at it, fellas.
I think first and foremost, it's starting to win every single day. I mean, I think that the greatest way you're going to have an opportunity to get to a Super Bowl again is you're going to have to win a lot of games. You're going to have to win pressure games. You're going to have to win games that you might not think you can win, depending on who's up and who's down, and all those things aren't going to matter. It's going to be about finding a way to win. And the best way you can do that is winning the moment you're in. And so it's finding a way that every single day that we're going up there, what are we doing to win? And what are we doing to compete and find a way to make each other better and to push each other to go a little bit further. And I think that if you can do that and put all those together day after day, the next thing you know, you're going to turn yourself into a team that can win and a team that's not scared to compete. And that's really the best thing you can ever do in this National Football League, is to never have the fear to go compete and give somebody the best you got. And if you can do that, you're always got a shot.
Yeah.
Rob, I'm sure you're just excited to get back on the field and, of course, bring us to a Super Bowl again, right?
Oh, absolutely. No, I've been itching for a long time to get back out there, and I have the whole COVID thing, and got a little scary there for a while. Maybe this thing wasn't going to happen, but it's definitely glad that we're going to give this a shot.
Yeah, I was going to ask. I was not going to try to ask you about COVID, but it's obvious. I mean, we've all had to deal with it. And Rob, you mentioned it being scary. And I asked Coach McVay, and I asked the QBs and the receivers and tight ends about the job of your trainer and Reggie Scott, and the job and his staff and the organization has done to put the things in place for you guys so you can try to get to a season. Can you guys talk a little bit about that and how you feel comfortable coming?
There's a lot of changes going on, to Tori's point, at the facility now. There's no training camp usually in Irvine, right? Austin, now we're doing all sorts of, we're wearing masks when we see each other.
Right.
Yeah, it's been crazy. When you first get there, you see the big tent, and you learn that all your meetings are going to be outside. And I think we're very blessed and fortunate to be in a state that is going to allow us to do that day in and day out. You don't have to deal a lot with the elements out here. And it honestly, it might be a little bit better because they set out a big old turf field for us, and you can get up from your chairs and go walk through something if there's something that we need to walk through. So I think there's going to be some benefits to it, and you just gotta, handle the changes and kind of roll with the punches a little bit.
Whit and Rob, I know that you're all three are there now. Are you guys ready to go? Like, training camp comes on, you put the pads on, we're good to go. You guys are all healthy?
Oh yeah, we're ready. We're ready to get going. That's for sure.
Mm-hmm. No doubt. And you guys got to be excited about it. I've mentioned it throughout this event, our tailgate, by the way. So, fellas, can you wave to our fans out there, man? We got some great fans that's tuned in to us virtually. Let's make sure we're showing our fans showing our fans some love for sure.
Appreciate you guys coming on. We're bringing on the defense next, so you guys are all free.
Love it.
Stay young.
Yes.
I'll do my best.
Whit's getting younger. Don't let him lie to you.
And move guys out of the way this year, guys. Move guys. It starts.
We got them, baby.
That's the goal.
Good luck, fellas.
All right, man.
All right. Thanks, y'all. Appreciate you.
Thank you, guys. Tori, so we're going to welcome in our defense in just a second. 3 big guys on defense. They're all Rams fans' favorites. We're going to be missing one, though. Aaron Donald will not be making this group today. He's a little under the weather, but he's okay. But we got to give BB a break. He's Superman, but even Superman gets tired.
Yeah, we need him. We need him well. Let him fuel up. Get himself. We need him 100.
Well, we got 100 right here. John Johnson, him signing on right now. Welcome, JJ. There he is.
Up next, let's see. We got 3 guys. We got MB, Michael Brockers or Brock, Jalen Ramsey, and John Johnson III.
The famous John Johnson, who is now on a billboard in Hollywood somewhere. I know he was so excited for himself.
You flatter me. You flatter me.
He was like, Serena, if you don't ask this question in the tailgate, I'm going to have problems. JJ, how are you doing? We're so excited to see you. We're back on the field. You've been itching to come back.
Itching. It feels good. I'm happy to be back, with the game. Being hurt, I couldn't really contribute. So now I'm out there. I'm doing the most. I'm so extra now. You thought I was extra before. I'm so extra. So I'm looking forward to playing.
And I'm looking. I think the last time I was out at practice, you and I was chatting, we was vibing, and I think I asked you about interception, something statistical. We're not even gonna worry about that. I want to know how it feels to have Ramsey now for particularly a full year, yourself and Tyler, as well as Troy Hill. Talk about how that continuity plays a huge role in what y'all do on the back end.
I mean, yeah, you need guys that been out there and got experience under their belt. Like you said, Taylor, I went down week 6, so he had a solid 10 games to, get them plays underneath his belt. And like you said, Ramsey, we had him for 8-something games. So we've been together. I'm like the missing piece that hasn't been there. Troy's been with the Rams for 4 years. Yeah. So like you said, that continuity is huge, especially on defense, because if we ain't got it right, it's bombs over Baghdad, and the team's gonna run the score up. So that chemistry between us is definitely crucial.
I see Michael Brockers is about to come on too, and we got Jalen Ramsey.
Hey, Brock.
I know, Brock. Guys, I assume that with Hard Knocks around, JJ, you were my this guy's gonna be all over Hard Knocks and HBO come Tuesday. But I saw a little sparkle of Dante Dion.
Yeah, I saw that too. I just saw that. You got to get him on there. He's funny, but I got some stuff cooking up too. So just stay tuned. I don't know about Tuesday, but it's a long season.
Hey, John, can y'all feel all those cameras around you? Because at practice there's at times cameras, but can you feel all of those cameras around you? Or you just going? I mean, I know you are, but are you just trying to go about your day and work on what you're trying to work on?
I mean, you see them, but it's not a distraction at all. Like, they do a good job.
I never did get a chance to experience that.
Right. They do a good job. They just move around the perimeter of whatever we're doing. You barely see them. They don't get in the way at all, but it's kind of cool. I know I catch myself looking into the camera a few times. I got to stop doing that because I don't know if they can use those little segments. But you don't really
Jalen's probably pushing you out of the way, like JJ, enough camera time for you.
Right. Nah, I've been running from the cameras. There's some stuff that I don't want aired. I don't want on air. So.
Oh, of course not Hollywood. Jalen Ramsey, Michael Brockers, welcome to the tailgate as well. So good to see you guys.
What's good?
What up? What up?
What's good, brother?
What up, J Ram? What up?
What's up? What's up? Ain't nobody bring no food to the tailgate.
Ain't nobody bring what?
Food. We need
Didn't nobody bring no food to the tailgate, man?
Oh, we didn't tell you. You got to bring your own bag, baby. You got to bring your own lunch. You know what I'm talking about?
Man, that's BYOB,
right.
Man, that's crazy.
There's a lot of changes right now at the facility. I know you have to pre-order your meals. Brock, this is for you because Joey Blake said apparently you've got some love for basil lemonade.
Yeah. It was one time and then took it away. I'm like, what kind of? It's like the McRib, bro. You know, give it to me one time and then don't ever come back out.
The McRib.
Yeah, he went McRib. hey, Brock, what's up, man? It's good to have you back, boy.
Man, I know it feels good to be back,
man.
We thought we lost you for a second.
Brock tried to sneak away from y'all. I'm gonna get closer over here.
Yeah, Brock, I'm gonna blame you for the bad Wi-Fi again. I swear we pay you people for this. It's good Wi-Fi. I bet Jalen has this Wi-Fi in his car.
But the patience though by everybody to let him get back in though.
That's true.
Yeah, you know.
Jalen, how are you doing? I'm assuming you're in your car because your daughters are making noise. I know you post them all the time on your Instagram. They were getting swimming lessons this off season. How are you and the family doing?
We all good this way. No, I'm in my car because actually I'm out here house right now. So I'm looking at a few houses tonight. So I'm on the way to another. See what y'all was in here talking about. Okay.
Are you gonna be JJ's neighbor or Brocker's neighbor?
Man, come to Calabasas, dog.
Right.
That's out of my pay grade.
Yeah, I don't got Calabasas money yet.
It's coming. You all good. It's
That's what I'm saying. It's coming. Don't worry about that.
Hey, Jalen, what I do want to know this though, because I asked John this about the secondary, and you all know how important it is in having the continuity. How excited are you about having John back, Taylor back, Hill back, and yourself? You all having a chance, a full season. Though the season has been condensed due to the pandemic, but having a season now to really work on that secondary and create the excitement and the big plays that I know y'all are looking for.
Man, yeah, it's super exciting, to be honest. When I first got traded out here last October, everybody was telling me, man, I wish you could have played with JJ. I wish you could have played with JJ. So everybody was telling me how exciting of a player he was to play with, the energy and the passion he brings to the game. So I'm finally able to experience a little bit of it, even if we just in walkthroughs right now. So I know it's going to turn up when it's game time. Mm-hmm. And then getting a full season with Troy, D-Lo, D-Will, and everybody, man, I'm excited for it. I really am. We got a new defense. We starting back from the base of everything. Everybody at an even playing field. I'm super excited, man. Honestly, I really am.
And speaking of new defense, new defensive coordinator, Coach Staley, right? Is it Coach Staley?
Coach Staley.
First time coordinator.
Coach Staley.
First time coordinator ever, though. What has that been like? How is it going to be? How is it going to be different? Who's going to be in different places? Who's going to be doing different things to create some excitement, some joy on the defensive side of the ball? What is that conversation like with Coach Staley and his staff?
It's going to be cool.
Brock, you've been here the longest. I'm sure you've seen the most changes happen to the Rams. What do you think about Coach Staley?
I think Coach Staley's dope. You know what I'm saying? Really down to earth.
He's really into the X's and O's, as far as like knowing what people are supposed to be, knowing where he expects them to be. And then, you know, he doesn't have that ego with him. You know what I'm saying? You can talk to him real easy. You know what I'm saying? Hey, coach, I feel like I can do this or do that. Or, you know what I'm saying? He's open to everything. And I feel like he knows the players, knows his guys. So, man, it's gonna be fun, man. It's gonna be fun time playing under him and just seeing what this defense really gonna do.
JJ, how excited are you and Jalen and Brockers to all just put the pads on? Are you tackling everybody, JJ, these days? Because you're just like, I gotta get out there.
Man, look, I ain't had pads on. It's been a minute since I had pads on, so I'm excited, you know, just to be running around and getting ready for the season. But nah, I'm done hitting people. I'm all about the ball now. I'm done with that.
Look at him.
I'm a tackle, but I ain't hitting.
Yeah.
That's good. It's good to see you all. We're gonna give a fan giveaway next. Jalen, I love the LA hat. It's great. Yeah. You're repping hard. Brockers, so good to see you. JJ, not just tackling people, not hitting people. I love it. I'm really happy to see you guys. It's really,
and I appreciate it.
Yeah, good to see y'all, man. Good luck this year, man. Stay safe. Make sure everybody washing their hands, wearing their masks.
Yes, sir. Yes,
sir. Has a mask on. He's practically covered there.
Yeah, that's what I'm talking about. J-Ram Levi example. That's what I'm talking about. Levi.
Man, he out in them streets.
15 picks too, J-Ram.
I'm gonna look out, JJ, for your billboard so we can so I can be like, I know that guy.
Yeah, it's on the 405 and 105, right by the airport. Go check it out.
He had to have his moment, Brockers.
Hey, Brock, tell AD and the boys what up, man.
Yeah.
No, for sure. I appreciate it, bro.
Keep that interior pick, yo.
I think Jalen is going to see your billboard right now, JJ. I think
go check me out.
Yeah,
man.
for sure. He deserved that love, though.
Go check me out, man.
He deserved that.
Thank you so much.
Appreciate it, fellas.
I appreciate you.
All right, it's all up.
Man, up next, we got two.
We got a fan giveaway, Tori.
Oh, we got a fan. Oh, my bad.
But no, I mean, Tori, are you having a good time? It's been.
I am having a good time. This is cool, man. This is so cool. Like we said, we've talked to everybody so far in the organization, and you can see and hear the excitement of the guys. They look fresh. They tanned up, and they're all on the same page. They're all echoing the same thing, and that's why I say with Coach McVay, though it's a challenging time for all of them, for everybody, but the message stays the same. And that's accountability. Guys, wear your mask. Do the things that you're supposed to do. Wash it. Do all those things so we can make sure that we're doing our part as a team and as an organization pushing forward to a season. So you can hear that. And you heard John Johnson talking about the itch going really fast. It walked through. I used to do that too sometimes. But sometimes you can't help yourself. Again, as a player in anything that you're doing that you love, that kind of energy, that kind of passion comes out. And John is expressing it. So I'm so excited for the boys, man. So excited for what's going on.
Energy. It's great to have you guys. For those who are just popping in, welcome to Rams Virtual Tailgate presented by Unified Financial Credit Union. For our giveaways that we had just mentioned, this is a $250 Rams Shop gift card. Remember, our Rams reps are going to reach out to our winners separately. So don't at me. It's okay. You'll get your swag. The winner is Jeanette Schneider from California. Congratulations, Jeanette. And one more prize. This is for a Sean McVay and Les Snead signed Rams helmet. Again, we're giving away some good prizes. Our winner for that is John Frederick from Claremont, California. Congratulations to our winners. Our Rams reps are going to reach out to you. So it's congratulations. And thank you all for really joining, because it's been a good time. And especially Tori, having someone who's played for the Rams, wore the horns, one of the best to do it. It's great to get your insight too on everything that's going on with all the new, a lot of new, right? Able to tell us, like, are we okay? Are we doing all right?
Yeah, I mean, it's really cool, and we certainly have heard that, Serena, that's for sure. So up next, we got two of the longest tenured Rams who are entering. One, I think, is entering his 9th. I think maybe one is entering his 8th.
Don't give away their ages.
And season as teammates, long snapper, Jake McVeigh.
Rocking that awesome beard right now, Jake.
Right, and punter, Johnny Hecker will be joining us as well. Jake, what's up, man? How are you, brother?
Hey, what's up, Tori? How you doing, buddy? I'm good.
Doing well. How's the
Football is
family?
back. Football is back, almost.
Yes, right. Football is back, right?
So I'm good.
How are you doing physically and mentally, and then how is the family doing as well? Is everybody safe? Everybody in good spirits?
Everybody's good. Everybody's good. Just happy to be around the guys. A little bit of normalcy, kind of fitting football into the virus, as opposed to the vice versa. I think the PA and the owners came together, got a good plan, and I'm hopeful for the whole season to get done and keep everybody safe, which is what's most important, but also give people a little bit of reprieve from there's a lot of heavy stuff going on right now, and if we can bring a little bit of lightness and a little bit of entertainment, then that's what we're here for, and win some games while we're at it.
Right. And Jake, with you being one of the longest tenure, one of the oldest statesmen on the squad, and understanding the emphasis on you guys doing the right things due to the pandemic. What are you saying to the guys? Are you guys continuing to hold each other accountable to make sure that you're doing the proper things that you need to do?
Sean actually just addressed that this morning in a team meeting. He said it's
and I should have known
that. You start off and everybody's on their minding their P's and Q's and wearing the mask and social distancing, and then you get a weekend or 2 weeks in, you tend to relax a little bit.
Yeah.
And he just said, I want to make sure that we're not doing that.
No doubt. And
he's set the tone that we're going to take this really seriously, and when it's time to do meetings and stuff where we're kind of sitting around, and we're going to do our social distancing stuff and the masks, and when we're on the field doing football, we're going to be doing football. And there's no way around it, that some of that involves being close to each other, and some of that involves contacting each other. But Casey Batten and Reggie Scott, our doctor and our trainer, kind of explained the way the virus works and it transmits. It's not necessarily just like you walk right next to somebody and you get it. There's more to it than that. So we're doing the best we can.
Good.
But when it's time for football on the field, it's football on the field, and we're ready to go.
And I'd welcome in Johnny Hecker, who tried to quietly join us, but somehow just here comes Johnny.
No time.
Not great. I tried to sneak in the backyard. My son kept running outside the backyard and trying to play next to me. So I'm in the car here, avoiding my 2.5-year-old during his nighttime scaries. So.
Why don't you put up the trampoline? Has been a win for you this quarantine, though.
It has, yeah. And that's sadly back in the Seattle house, but we've upgraded because we have a pool here. So and beautiful Southern California sunshine, which you can't beat.
No doubt. Johnny, is the family well? Everybody's safe? Extended family? Everybody's cool? Your mind is in a good place where you can go and come out in 2020 and have another fantastic season. You and Jake have been the staples of the consistency with our special teams, man.
Yeah.
And I wanted to make sure that our Rams fans really appreciate what you guys do for us on special teams. Now, big change this year. Coach Fossil's gone. Bones is gone. I love Bones, and I know you guys love Bones.
We love Bono.
Right.
Yeah,
I was going to say.
We love,
I was just about to get there.
Yes.
Coach Bono. I don't know much about Coach Bono. I don't know if our Rams fans know a lot about Coach Bono. You guys do. How is Coach Bono?
Jake,
I'll take it, Johnny. Coach Bono, Bonomego, he's been around the block. So he's been he's coached in college. He coached at West Point. He coached for his alma mater, Central Michigan. He was the head coach there. He's coached for the Jaguars, for the Lions, Saints. He's been around the block, and it's at every level. And you can tell when he gets in front of the room, he knows how to run the room. He has that command, and he has that same attention to detail that we are used to. And I mean, Tori, you know this, when you're in high school and college, the coach kind of tells you what to do, And then once you get into the NFL, it's a more collaborative effort where the coach has what he's comfortable with, and he knows what you've been doing. He understands you and your techniques, and that mesh has kind of been. I think it's a little tougher with the Zoom calls early on, but now that we're together, I really feel it starting to ramp up a little bit. So I'm feeling really good about it.
Good, yeah.
How are you guys both, as anchors of the special teams? Johnny, being in your car right now and away from your child, how have you been able to kind of welcome in some of the other guys that are new to the squad?
Yeah, it's been like Jake said, it's difficult over Zoom meetings and doing your best to kind of get to know guys' names, and even being around the facility with masks on and hoods up or hats on. It's tough to make people out sometimes, but when you get on the practice field, when you do have those interactions in the weight room or just passing each other, it's just doing your best to let them know that you know their name or you're trying to learn their name, yeah. and then just giving them pointers when you're on the practice field, giving those guys that wisdom. Making sure that the practice habits that we've built and the standards that we've established over the past 9 years don't just fall by the wayside, but continue to live on. And we got a great group of veterans around us, not just me and Jake, but other guys that have done a lot of time with the special teams and guys offensive or defensive asset, but helping on special teams as well. And whether that be production in games or just being a good, person to look to in practice and see, okay, Tyler Higbee might not play a lot of special teams, but he's going to be behind every rep, getting a mental rep, preparing as if he was going to go in a game. Him, Samson Ebelcom, a bunch of those other guys, Malcolm Brown, guy that has produced for us at a high level. And those are guys that the rookies just look to, and we make sure that we're not telling them to look at what we're doing, but to watch what those veterans are doing behind them and just let that be infectious.
It seems so simple. Tori, you have no idea, but I saw Jake the other day at the facility when I went to get tested, and he didn't recognize me behind. He was like, Serena? And I was like, hey, what's up? From so far away. But it's got to be so difficult to get to know all these guys. I mean, Tori, imagine you playing football right now. It would be crazy.
No. Yeah, it'd be, and you can, and the thing about the mask, now there's so many, you can change up your mask every single day. But Johnny and Jake, I asked a couple of your teammates the same question throughout our tailgate tonight. Let's make sure that we wave to our fans out at the tailgate. Give them a peace sign.
What's up, guys?
You know what I mean? Let's say what's up.
We love you guys
for being patient and showing a lot of love. I tell you guys, the Rams fans are excited. They're itching closer and closer, just like I know you are. But what were you doing, Johnny, creatively to work on your punting? Because you just can't go anywhere and punt, and not the way that you punt. So, and then with the outdoor fields at times being closed off, what were you all, and Jake, you too, what were you two guys doing creatively to stay sharp?
Jake, go ahead.
Oh, okay. Well, long snap is a little easier just because it's not so much space, but being in Southern California, one of the nice things is there's always other NFL guys around here just because it's such a nice place to live. Mm-hmm. So Drew Kaiser, who had punted for the Chargers, he recently just signed with my agent. So he was working out at Proactive, which is right down the street from where I live. And he's like, hey, you want to get together every couple days? And it's one thing to snap to. It's weird because you would think just snapping to anything would be the same, but it's a different feel when you have a real punter, NFL punter behind you.
Yeah.
The ball just comes out of your hand different. It's the same way.
Nothing can replace that, right? Nothing can replace.
Yeah. I mean, it doesn't replace Johnny, but it's the same thing. Right. Like if you're running routes and that some high school kids throwing you the ball compared to a pro guy, you run the route a little differently.
Right.
And it's the same way when you're snapping the ball. So it just kind of helps you lock in and get those reps in and get ready. Just be ready on day one, ready to go, and not start behind.
Right.
I'm very happy to see both of you, even via Zoom screen. You guys are two of the best to ever do it. So I appreciate your time. We're wrapping up here. But thank you, Jake, Johnny. Stay safe. You both have a lot of children to take care of.
Yes, you do.
Johnny, Michaela's due any day.
She is. Yeah, I made sure that Sean and Reggie both know that I could be gone. And moment's notice. So they're in the know, and we're ready to go, baby number 2.
Okay.
Right on, man. Congratulations.
JJ,
guys.
Johnny, thank you very much. Appreciate it.
And the best to the families, bro.
Thanks, Serena. Thanks, Tori.
See you guys.
Right on.
Yep.
Good luck this year. Hopefully I'll see y'all soon too, man.
Absolutely.
Do it. All right. See you, D.
Yeah.
See you, Serena.
All right, Tori, I actually have a surprise for you because you are my co-host, and I want to make sure that you are loved as well.
Okay.
So we're bringing on a little surprise. This is actually a former teammate of yours.
No way.
He was the tight end for the Rams, 4th round pick, 98th pick in the draft. In 1998, he's a cute guy. So I obviously was like, Roland Williams, could you please come on this tailgate with me so that I can just poke fun of Tori without doing it directly? I can do it via Roland.
Right. Nah, and look, and Roland stayed ready. That's how he was when he played too. He stayed ready. Way homeboy, I see you.
Yeah. Hey, can I tell you, you are doing a fantastic job in your co-hosting duties. Serena, you're a true professional, and Tori, you're bringing it home. I'm enjoying it. My children are enjoying it.
That's what's up.
Go Rams.
No doubt, always, man. Look, we had Tyler Higbee on.
Yes.
And I was saying, I mean, he had a big time season, huge December, and I mentioned to our Rams fans as well as our fantasy fans, he's a fantasy player for sure this year.
Yes.
Would you have loved it? And I know you played in Mike Marsh's system, so I mean, it was more dynamic than that.
Yes.
But the way they play their tight ends with 3 receiver sets and things that they like to do, tight end wise.
Yes.
What do you see yourself playing?
Here's what I saw.
Playing in this role with these guys.
Roland, he's trying to take out the tight end.
I know. I heard him hinting that way, but in this special circumstance, when you have tight ends like Everett, like Higbee, okay, you don't have to do that. You see, this is the new evolved tight end. Back when in our Super Bowl days, I was the blocking tight end. Okay, I took pride in blocking men. And every now and again, I went out and got my 7 touchdowns.
Them high corner 7 routes in the back of the end zone.
Absolutely. But what I love most about the tight ends on this team is that they can block and they can run great routes. Okay, yeah. They're interchangeable. They're consistent. Okay, and they're so athletic. You can't take them off the field, Tori. Don't even think about.
Well, they really could stretch it out and go 4 wide receivers with those 2 tight ends too, right? I mean, couldn't they? I mean, we did it out of deuce.
Correct. I mean, if you think back to key games, think about the Kansas City game when you seen Gerald Everett split all the way out there wide 1-on-1 in that Mitch match. Think about some of the plays throughout this season that you saw those athletic tight ends go from running formations and then boom, hit them deep. Oh man. Yeah. I love the Rams tight ends.
Right.
Right. Everyone had touchdowns that game.
Come on, Serena.
Yeah, it was a bomb fest out there.
I don't know how I became a tight end in this group that I've just decided to take Roland's side here.
It's the right side. You're just going with what's right.
Bro, before you jump off though, what do the team, what do they have to do? And it's been a lot going on with the pandemic and just to get to this point. And the season and everything is condensed. No preseason. Guys got to show up right now.
That's right.
What do you see? What's going to be the keys to the Rams making a really push for competing for the conference title? And then the expectations have risen in LA. They've risen with the Rams.
Absolutely.
Getting back to the Super Bowl at some point, sometime right now.
I think that people are not going to give enough credit to the fact of what COVID has brought to the NFL this season. So now it's not only just being resilient as an athlete, but also goes into things like the camaraderie. Yeah, it goes back to the character of the players. Right. And when you talked about earlier with Coach about the type of people that are on the Rams organization, this is where having good people, not just going for the shiny object, this is where that pays big dividends. And so I think that for teams that have high character players that are young and still hungry, I think that in this season in particular, everyone feels as though they have an opportunity to win. And with the Rams, with the talent, the new season, and Los Angeles, I mean, it's so much Kobe Bryant. I mean, there's so much emotion around in Los Angeles in particular right now. I think there's even more added incentive for our team to play phenomenal this year. So as long as we keep the tight ends in the game, Tori, I believe
we're not getting rid of the tight ends, man. We're not getting rid of the tight ends. I know it takes everybody, yo.
Roland, I appreciate you. I appreciate you fighting for our tight ends day in and day out, rocking the horns as your background. So appreciate your time.
Tell your mom and tell your boys hello, bro.
I certainly will. Love you.
No
Go
doubt.
Rams.
Go Rams. I mean, if Roland didn't get you excited, Tori, then I don't know what will, but
Yeah,
I actually am super excited to bring in our last guest of the night. He is the man who helped bring this team. You talk about hype in Los Angeles. This man is the reason for that, brought the team back to LA. Rams COO Kevin Demoff, who is actually joining us from SoFi Stadium right now. So we're going to bring him on, and we are going to get the first look.
He just had
Rams fans, I know you're flying over if you have been flying over the past X amount of months during construction, you've seen the progression. Our social media team and our media team has done a great job. Shout out to those guys for capturing all these moments throughout this whole time, but it's pretty much 100% done. And we're going to have Kevin Demoff live from SoFi Stadium in just a second.
He just got to show off the stadium, huh?
He's got to show off the stadium. It's been
a shiny new toy.
Yes. Oh my gosh. It doesn't even seem real, Kevin. It seems like you have one of the virtual backgrounds.
No virtual background.
Amazing.
5 weeks from tonight, guys, we'll be playing the Cowboys right on this field.
Wow. Kevin, has the stadium, now that it's essentially done, has it exceeded your expectations?
You know, I would say it has to. When you walk in this building now, it looks like the pictures, that we've all seen for the past 5 years, and it comes to life in different ways. And right now, just seeing the sunset right behind you out, towards the ocean, walking in, seeing just how this building looks, and the lights aren't even on. It's amazing. It's going to be a great place for Rams fans to come for decades.
That looks good, Kevin.
Kevin, I think Tori is jealous.
Right. Is that bone you got on, or is that white?
That's bone I've got on. So.
Hey, looks good, man.
Hey, Kevin.
Yeah, looks really good. Hey, look, you mentioned September 13th.
Yeah.
Kev, how excited should we all be to see SoFi Stadium on prime time against the Cowboys on September 13th?
Well, look, it's going to look awesome. I wish it were full of 70,000 Rams fans who have waited for this moment for a really long time, but the stadium's going to shine on prime time. It's going to be a great place to watch games on television. We might get a few extra weeks to work out the kinks for fans, maybe a full season, but people are going to love this place. We've waited decades for the Rams to have a building they designed and built and call their own, and fans are going to love it. I'm standing right here next to our player tunnel. This is the way it's going to look when our players come out, and it's spectacular in every fashion.
I can't help but notice the massive video board behind you, Kevin, where, you also are impressively holding your phone like a selfie, so I also want to give you props for that. But can you talk about that video board behind you? Because that's been the thing I'm most excited about.
Massive.
Yeah, I wish we could have turned it on for tonight, but I kind of snuck in the building tonight, so it's a little bit different.
Sneak in the building?
Kind of sneak in the building through the construction entrance. So when you wear a hard hat, I ditched that once I got in the building. But the board will be on. We've been working on it for the past few weeks. I know yesterday we tweeted out a Who's House, Rams House debut that we had. So we can't wait to get this fired up. And when we get in here for our scrimmages later in August, I think you're going to see it going full bore, which will be awesome, both for our players and our fans to get that first taste. But it'll be ready 5 weeks from now. I promise you that.
Yes.
And the unique thing about that video board, Kevin, you can show different video from the inside of it and the outside as well, right?
Yeah, so the inside and the outside are completely different. So you can show Torrey Holt highlights on one side and Isaac Bruce highlights on the other side if that's the way we're going to do it.
Sounds good to me. Sounds good to me, Kevin. Hey, look, the Rams have always taken a lot of pride in community service, even when we were in St. Louis, even and now back in Los Angeles. And I just want you to just speak a little bit on the impact the Rams are having For instance, with the Watts Rams, United Way of LA, LA Regional Food Bank, etc. How important is it for you all to continue to stay connected to the community in Los Angeles?
Well, look, Tori, you've always been a leader in the community as well. I think the most important thing is to lay those foundations and those relationships throughout times. When you get into hard times like 2020 has, whether it's been the pandemic, whether it's been social justice, you already have those relationships in place to go and do good. So when the pandemic breaks, we can go partner with ABC 7 United Way to raise $2.3 million in a virtual telethon in March, which went to the regional food bank, which needed it most. You can go partner with the Watch and talk about community policing and social justice and involve at a grassroots level in South LA to help make a difference for those who are in need. And I think when you go down the line, our players have been amazing throughout this time in building those relationships. Coach McVay, just this past week, donating $25,000 to Play Equity, which is trying to get students throughout Los Angeles a chance to go in and get more equipment, to get their chance to have PE in schools, to make it so that every school, every child has a chance to get out and be active, and seeing Coach McVay take that leadership role. And it starts with Stan Kroenke and his demanding that all of us get involved and take that leadership position. And it goes down to every player on the roster. And I think you've seen it with Jock and his group showing up, being involved. I think our players have taken an unbelievable stance on social justice and getting involved. You see Sebastian Joseph Day in the computers in need to those who can't do virtual school, making sure they have that. Andrew Whitworth donated a bike to every student, at Grape Street Elementary School in Watts. Those are the things that propel this team forward. And look, we're going to play 16 games a year, and fans are going to be excited those Sundays. The other 349 days a year, our players, our staff, our coaches have to lead in the community to make sure people know the Rams can make a difference.
No doubt.
Yeah, Kevin, shout out to Molly Higgins, right? Who
Molly.
All of the Rams do this and be part of the community, because again, Kevin, to that point, I mean, it's pretty impressive what the Rams do outside of football.
Oh, and I know Molly's got some big things up her sleeve the week leading up to SoFi Stadium.
Yeah.
We can't wait to get involved and be part of this new Inglewood community. We've been building this for 5 years, over 12,000 jobs, over 3,500 people on site. So many of those local apprentices coming to Inglewood for the first time. But when you see this building, when you see the difference we can make in Inglewood for years to come, we can't wait to roll up our sleeves and continue to work with that community. And the first steps come next month as we open up this building.
I'm so excited. Kevin, thank you. Really appreciate it. Thanks for giving us the inside look. Can't wait to see it in person.
Inside look is great. And, I will say, as I drove down here, John Johnson billboard right near the stadium, the 405 and the 105.
That's what Serena was saying. Yeah.
Normally I'm looking for the stadium. I nearly crashed my car when you see John Johnson. So.
John.
Oh, Kevin, you just made John Johnson's day, and you know it.
Nobody did. No doubt.
Yeah, I knew he'd be excited. So I'm more worried about Jalen Ramsey going house shopping today. So
I know. He's wearing a mask though, Kevin. He's wearing a mask.
Safe. They're following the rules, man. They're trying to get to the season too, Kevin. They're trying to get to the season.
No, I will tell you, our coaches, our players, our staff, they've done a great job trying to be safe, trying to get ready for the season. And we're going to do our part as well down here at the stadium and everywhere else to make sure that we give the NFL the best chance to play and be safe.
Right on. Hey, well, send my best to Stan as well. Send my best to Mr. Kroenke and his crew as well, please.
We'll do so, guys. Thanks for hosting.
No doubt.
All right. Well, before we say goodnight, Tori, it's now time for our grand prize giveaway. That is a 2020 Rams Shop gift card. I'm just curious, Tori, before we give this little prize away, which is not so little, give me 3 jerseys. Just give me 3 jerseys you'd buy right now with $2020 from the Rams gift shop.
AD for sure. Most dominant player in football. He's been that way since we drafted him. Jared Goff got to go QB1. He leads the offense. Okay. If Jared Goff controls the turnovers, particularly the fumbles, they get a chance to get to him about that, Serena. But anyway, particularly the fumbles, Jared Goff can throw at any quarterback in the National Football League.
For sure.
And then I'm gonna go with Jalen Ramsey. After interviewing him, and as I continue to spend some time around him, got some dog in you, man.
I'm surprised you didn't pick a wide receiver or maybe a tight end, but
and next obviously will be Cooper Kupp,
For
Robert
sure.
Wood. Yeah.
All right, without further ado, the winner of the grand prize tonight is Keith Lawrence from Gardena, California. Congratulations. You got some insight on which jerseys you can rock this season, but you've got a whole squad that is so excited to get on the field. And you've got the nice bone color, you got new unis, everything.
Yes.
So really excited. Congratulations, Keith. Tori, it's a wrap, man. Like, we're wrapping this thing up here. Great night. Can't thank enough for you joining, all of our Rams fans for joining our virtual tailgate presented by Unified Financial Credit Union. But as you know, always keep it locked on the Rams platform throughout training camp. We're going to be providing the Rams with a lot of ways to stay connected to the team and players throughout camp. We know you can't be there in person, so we will do our best to be the eyes and ears for you. Oh, and my favorite, Hard Knocks, Los Angeles. You got the Rams and Chargers premieres this Tuesday, the 11th.
I can't wait. I can't wait.
7 p.m. West Coast time with the re-air at 10 p.m. So make sure you tune in for Rams Hard Knocks after show, hosted by myself and JB Long. So we were going to basically talk about what happened on the show. I'm sure we're going to talk about Dante Dion, this little gem of a
He's funny. He said we lifted down. AD, you all right down there? We lifted down here too.
It's going to be great, and I'm really excited for, again, Rams fans to feel connected more during this time. So that's gonna happen. So hopefully you guys can catch me and JB host the Rams Hard Knocks after show, me and JB Long, right after at 8 p.m. So with that, I really appreciate Tori. You've just been a gem to me as always. Oh, I wish I could give you a hug, virtual hugs today.
I appreciate you, Serena. It's a pleasure. You do such a wonderful job. We're fortunate as Rams fans, as players, staff, to have you representing and teaching us and bringing along our LA Rams. So thank you. It's always great. Big shouts out to all of our guests.
Yeah.
I want to thank head coach Sean McVay, Les Snead, and Kevin Demoff. Kevin really got into it when he started talking about the things that the Rams are doing. You heard some passion. But for real though, I mean, ever since I've been affiliated with the Rams, and it's been over 20-some plus years now, we have always been committed to the community. So it's good to see that they're continuing that. And God rest Georgia Frontier as well. And she played a pivotal role in that as well. And all of our players that joined us, Michael Brockers, Andrew Whitworth, Rob Havenstein, Austin Blythe, QB1, Jared Goff, Tyler Higbee, Jalen Ramsey, John Johnson III. Got a billboard in LA. Check out John Johnson, y'all in LA. My man Cooper Kupp, who stays open. Robert Woods, who's just the most professional wide receiver in the game of football. Jake McVay and Johnny Hecker, the staples. You see how we finished with the foundation, Serena?
If anyone is looking to talk about the offense and putting 4 wideouts on the field, you can find Torrey Holt on Twitter, at him, don't at me. It's great. And of course, we can't thank enough Sam Lagana. Oh my gosh, who gets us more hype than Sam? And DJ Malski, of course, who's going to kick it back. We're going to kick it back to him to take us out. And we're also going to post a quick poll for all of you that joined tonight, just to answer before you head out, just so we know how we're doing. Connected. It just came up. How satisfied are you with tonight's event? Obviously, you want to put 5. If you are a tight end, then obviously you might have.
Serena, can we vote? Can we vote, Serena?
Yeah, it just came up on my screen. I just put 5.
Yeah, 5. Okay, I'm on.
Oh, hosts and panels can't vote. Just said it right.
Okay. Oh, yes, right. Hey, y'all better vote very satisfied. We need to do a part 2, Serena.
We do. But in the meantime, we're gonna give it over to DJ Malski. He always plays Cardi B for me, obviously.
Cardi B for
and he always puts the air horn on. So
I can air horn. Rhapsody, 9th dinner party for me out here in North Carolina. DJ Malski.
I got you. Shout to the legend, Tori. Shout to the queen, Serena. Thank you so much. You guys are amazing.